All right, folks, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Valley, and welcome to another episode of Star Technology. You know, I was going to start with this with an action scene, and then they disappeared. Where'd they go? Huh, that's funny. Oh, that's not them. Why are they over... Oh, maybe it is them. Oh, I'm not very good at combat. It might be because I don't have any equipment. Yep, that'd be my guess. So anyways, these guys are a thing. And they're super annoying because they keep breaking the farms. Is that it? That's it. Okay. I have broken my stone hoe, and now I have a diamond hoe. Anyways. So, yeah, that was fun, I guess. Yeah, so I have been tooling along. Just making, paradigma stuff. Lots of plans. You know, I don't want to go too far without sharing what I'm doing with you guys. But at the same token, it was really hot today. It was like so hot. I was like, I don't even want to pull the microphone out because it's gonna just all over. So instead, I should go get rid of the bad open. It's gonna bother me, but we'll see how long I can deal with it. Right. So. All right, and so just so we're clear, does anybody else feel like this is like a walrus-looking dude? He always looks like some weird walrus man to me. Right, so I have been slowly working on... I've been slowly working on a couple of projects, and I guess we'll go through them real quick. The first one is... we have all the red seal going. I have set up just a ton of blast furnaces. It's all just exactly the same as it was over here. And I'm not sure, I know there's a more optimal way to do this. The thing is, okay, so when you talk about optimal, you have to optimize for different things, right? So I could optimize for space, but that seems silly since I have infinite space. I could optimize for resource usage, but that seems silly because it's, you know, infinite resources. But yeah, I mean, neither here nor there. Point is I did notice that these take 4 seconds in the vacuum freezer, and what is it, nichrome? Yeah, 65 seconds in the blast furnace. Now, why is the nichrome not being made? That is an excellent question. I think we did that up here, right? Because we are out of nickel dust. Which makes sense, because we don't have... I think nickel's a byproduct. So, I'm just fascinated by the fact that we're constantly running low on resources, even though we have infinite resource generation. That's fascinating to me. And I'm sure there's a right answer to that, but I don't know what that is. So the other thing that I've been working on, let's see which way is south, that way, is building up a bunch of these guys, because this didn't seem very much fun. It was fine. I was watching a Thai zombie movie, and this took me, I don't know, about 30 minutes into. I mean, we didn't even get to the part where they are like doing anything. So it wasn't like it took super long, but it did take several go backs to get more of these treated wood frames. Come on. Like, it's so hot, I want to blame that on the things, on the constant misplaces. I am going to run out again, aren't I? I've made 9 stacks. Oh, I have enough. Good. Cool. And so basically it was just, stand here and use the building tool to go tuk 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 tuk, and then throw some dirt down, and right, so it didn't take too long. And what I have here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2 times 4, so that's 24 beds plus the 2 in the middle, but that's offset by these 2 here that don't have any access. So 24 beds and arm controller. This guy, there are 57. Yeah, 57 recipes. So we'll figure out what we're gonna do with that. But for now, it seems like sufficient, right? And these are the slow ones, but at the same token, they don't require power. They just require sunlight. And even if we switch over, they should be sufficient. Whatever the bug was before seems to have been fixed. So whatever you put in here, you get that many seeds back. And I guess what I'm gonna be waiting on is I'll figure out what I'm gonna put into each one of those. It'll probably just start with in order, just so I know what I've got. Oh, I was thinking about putting down cactus on those middle ones and like sugarcane, but I guess we can grow sugarcane in here too, so that's silly. I'll find something to decorate those middle bits with. But that's a back end thing for. Just takes a long time, not worth showing. Right. So in the meantime, we're going to run and grab. Lathe, and I guess we'll just turn all of this. Might be a terrible idea, but we're gonna go ahead and turn all of this red steel into frames. Yeah, and while that's cooking, apologies, while that's cooking, something else I did. I think I made this on the slide because it was like we were kind of there. I don't remember if I made this on camera or not, but you know, it's same exact same thing we were doing. Oh no, I did, because I remember putting the signs up. Yeah. So we're not stuck, but I do want to make all of the ones that we can turn into multi-blocks. And this one here in particular is going to be important. I'll probably, should I give it its own space? I think we should give it its own space, because it's gonna, when we want it, it's gonna be important. So. I really don't like carpet on the floor. It just doesn't seem. Well, okay. So, having lived in it like an old, we need to turn these into frames. Good, done. Okay. I've lived in wood floor houses and cement floor houses and carpeted houses, and they're all dirty in different ways. Especially in the plains areas where there's always tons of dust everywhere. But I feel like, oh, I had some red steel left over. That was too much. Anyways, okay, so in here with this, in here with, let's do like this. Yeah. And then switch that to a 6. Poly, soldering, no, it doesn't need soldering alloy. It just makes it by itself. Yeah, okay, so we have plenty here, and what we're gonna need to do is run over here. Nope, run over southwest. Run over here. We'll drop off those. I don't remember what the seal frames are for. Oh, I do too remember. For making plascrete, if we can. Yeah, we're gonna make a bunch of plascrete and make that cleaner and bigger. I don't know when, but that's why that's there, to remind me that that's what I was doing. You see how helpful that was. Yeah. So, crossbow. I've got lots of those. Need that either. Right. So we're gonna get 2 input hatches. In fact, you know what? I wonder if, well, let's see. Do we have maintenance hatch? We need. I'm looking to see if we have any cheaper hatches. Output hatch. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, 8,000, that'll work. And then we need an input bus. We do need an energy hatch. And input bus. Yeah, we'll use the UOV input bus and then one output bus. And that seems, I mean, a lot of times I feel like I'm putting way too much thought into which one should go where, but you know, at the same token, whatever's fun, it's fine. I think right here, actually. Nope, right here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna move. See, I don't want to move the maintenance hatch because it should go up top, but that's fine. Right, so we're going to go ahead and put down the input hatches need to be switched, or output needs to be switched to input, like so. And then do the energy hatch right here is fine. And then I guess the rest of this is red steel. And then the actual rock crusher goes right there. Maintenance hatch goes up above. Input bus can go right here. And output bus can go right. I like it here, facing that way. And I think the rest is just red steel casings. I wonder if blue steel casings are used for anything. Ah, master radar controller. So we've already done that one. We'll probably make more. Like a lot of this stuff out here, like one of the things that I moved over, I'm slowly moving stuff over, is over here. This electrolyzer. Since this electrolyzer is running all the time, that seems like something that would be good to swap over to a big multi-block. But for now, it's fine. Yeah, but you should be formed, right? You are. And do a little bit of that, and we're good to go. And then all we need is... Okay, so this is frustrating here. I cannot put... I don't remember if I did this on camera or not, but if I put this into the hatch, it eats it. So instead, I'm gonna... guess go... right here. Yeah, that'll work. And then that should be okay. But yeah, these ender buckets, any of the ender stuff seems to get eaten by Gregtech, which is not cool. But this is the biggest reason why I want this as a multi-block instead of just a regular one, because otherwise we run into weird... You have to put these in the real world, and I know that that's kind of realistic-er, but I don't like it because then you have to control it. Okay, so you should be able to grab this, take one marble, put that marble in here. Marble, water, lava, go. I didn't connect it to power, did I? I did not. I don't have enough wires. But I think... Oh, maybe I do. Oh, nice! Alright, that noise I don't like, so... Oh, wait, no. The hammer. Okay. So we should be getting, you know, a fair dinkum of marble as output. So we're going to go ahead and hit it with Ender Drawer. We're going to remember to lock it. And then I guess we'll go ahead and put down this carpet so it's not in my inventory. It's so weird. Like some days I come down here and it's like full, just full of twiggies. Some days it's not. Oh, and I finished smelting a bunch of stuff that I said I was going to smelt. So now we've got a ton of these wafers. I don't know that we want to make too many more solar panels right now because we're kind of getting to the point. I don't know how to get titanium. Well, no, I do. I did figure out how to get titanium. I don't think we're going to have time to get to it today. So, but this part we could definitely do. So we can take the marble. We can run it through the macerator. It's 9 ticks, so that's pretty cool. I like how fast these are. They just... Oh, we get more than one? Nice. Oh, but it's very rare because we're getting a half second each for each marble dust, and then it takes 3 seconds to get the extra, so we're not really going to get the extra. Okay, so just toss that in there. Marble dust use. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and grab another stack of that, put it in here, just so we don't have one marble. You know, kind of annoying. And then we got the marble dust in the first place was... Excuse me. I think I had... we needed something in here. Metal mixture, maybe. I don't remember. But we had just tried centrifuging some stone dust. And that might be a good way to get the biotite, but again, remember the biotite, it's 1 in 10, and then it's a 22 to 3 ratio for magnesium dust, whereas this stuff should be 1 to 8. So it's actually a little bit worse, but at the same token, it's much faster. So, you know. Right, we're going to centrifuge it, right? Or is it electrolyze? Mixer. Oh, that's why. Because no, we must have done something else. We must have done this recipe. Now, whatever. I had this all down in my head. Centrifuge, yeah. Okay, so we've got that's a mixer. I really don't like that yellow, but whatever. So we hit that. Oh, nope. Thank you. That's not cool. Okay, so we got magnesium dust. We got 8 magnesium dust out of that. Okay, so what that means is, realistically, we want to set up a more permanent solution for that. Because I would like to get... I don't have a macerator. That's too bad. I would like to get the magnesium set pretty... And the reason we're going for the magnesium is because we need it for the duralumin. And the duralumin is... aluminum, copper, magnesium, and manganese. We have a fair amount of manganese. It's not coming in perfectly because it's dependent on topaz right now. Copper and aluminum we have in spades. In fact, we're voiding aluminum. And I don't think we're voiding copper, but, you know, whatever. So we're running some duralumin, get that going. And for now, let's go ahead and grab this, memorize that. And... do I want to set it? I don't think I want to use up this because it gets really frustrating when you take your general purpose machine and switch it over. So instead we're going to go over here. Yeah, so this here has been swapped over to HV, and I have to figure out what we're going to do for these alloy smelters. I would like to have all of the alloys kind of on tap, although we haven't needed to do much beyond what we've got here. So I was thinking I might just make like a stack. I've got enough Canthol now. Since I swapped, even though I swapped over the Canthol production, it's fine. Right, so we need 1 diamond and 4 diamond dust. Now, this might be silly, but we're gonna go ahead and just grab that. And I think we can run down here. And right up here, I think I've got some steel. Nope, complete other side. Is it a double plate or a single plate? That is the question. Double plates. Okay, cool. So we'll run these through the bender. You can make a major bending machine, and we'll do that because that would be pretty cool to have. This is the wrong direction. Bender to steel and macerator. Done. Yep, that was faster than trying to find the diamond dust. Okay. And from here, we'll need to go grab 3 wires and 3 wires and 2 circuits. Yep, that's fine. Everything else is upstairs. Over here. Nope. Dang it. Turn right again. Over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And we have plenty of stainless steel. Well, it doesn't matter. But I'm pretty sure we're starting to stock up on stainless steel. Which it took a really long time. Yeah. I've just been running around the base a lot. I actually spent a ton of time in the guts of it trying to figure out where to get ilmenite or bauxite, either one. But it turns out that if you want ilmenite, you basically just go around in circles a lot. And so what I finally accidentally ran into when I was looking up the other direction is you can do it through molten destabilization. Well, we can't do the molten destabilization machine because, you know, that's like a lot. But what we can do is we can get the molten stuff by running this molten ore mixture through a distillation tower. Which is interesting, and it makes me wonder if there's any other ores. We need to get this liquid other airs too. But every time I start looking through this, I start going, oh my goodness, there's so much junk in here. You either go so fast that you definitely miss it. Like, why would we want that? Is that a thing we want to do? I don't know. But molten ore mixture, that's the one we just saw, right? Because that's got bauxite. And then, I stop at that every time thinking, what the heck is that? Yeah, but it doesn't look like it doesn't look like anything else is necessary. Okay, over there. We need a motor. We need a piston. We need one of those, and that's everything, right? Macerator. Advanced macerator 2, go! Okay. And then what was the other thing we said we needed? Centrifuge. I have a centrifuge, don't I? I do. Nice. Okay, so we'll just run down here real quick. Find a spot to plug it. I kind of remember some of the earlier stuff we were doing, but I don't remember any of the later stuff. I'm going to do it right next to this, even though it looks like I should be able to expand this line. Once we go above the microprocessor assemblies here, so HV circuit. This is the one we're making, and this is when we want to make the nanoprocessor circuit. At some point we want that, but it requires a clean room and EV power, so it's not really going to go in this area. So I've got plenty of space, and we'll just go ahead and plop down centrifuge, macerator, and we'll give it a couple of ender drawers. This one gets linked to that, and then we'll go ahead and how many spots do you have? Just one. Good. We'll go ahead and hit you with a conveyor belt. Import. Okay. And you're going to make me marble dust. Nice. Okay, and then the marble dust is actually just... Do we want marble dust for anything else? I think we're realistically... I mean, we can use it for concrete, but we got other concrete recipes. And that seems like it. If we want actual marble, well, that's what we have beforehand. That's the precursor, right? So we don't need to ever make it. So let's not worry about it. If we ever decide we want it for concrete, we'll just come in and grab it out of here. Because it'll back stuff pretty quickly. So you are going to just immediately push out there. You are doing your thing, and you get calcite. And honestly, I feel like the calcite is gonna need to just disappear. Because, let's see, where were we making the calcite? It was down right underneath. We should have like all of, yeah, these are all making calcite. We've got so much that I think, that's fluid voiding. There we go. Item voiding. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll item void there. With an item filter. Oh, not a tag filter. It's an item filter. Yoink. Yoink. And calcite. Done. Go. You have no more calcite in you. That's a huge waste, but at the same token, I just don't need calcite. If we hit the point, I will completely forget that it was up here anyway, so I guess I'm just not worried about it really. And then you can output to the top. Okay, so sooner or later, we will have to be at the point where we have enough magnesium. Frankly, we might have enough magnesium. Let's try this. let's just toss. Nope, this is the wrong direction. I hate when you notice your own flaws. Like, I always turn right, and now I can't stop seeing it. Manganese. Manganese was over here. No, it's upstairs. Yeah, it's one of the machines we haven't moved over yet. It's where we're making the tantalite. It's over here. Manganese. So 16, right? Because we're doing duralumin, and the duralumin is that, and then we're going to need a stack of aluminum and 48 copper. I don't have aluminum up here anymore. Where do I have copper? Copper. Okay, and go grab the aluminum. Trying to think where the closest aluminum is. It's probably up there somewhere, but I want to go ahead and run over here and grab it. How much aluminum do we have? Yeah, we're not getting very much aluminum, which surprises me. I mean, I understand that it's 38 seconds, but surely you can go faster. Alright, and we need a stack of that. Okay, so the duralumin dust. Oh man, I gotta not pause right next to the machines that are making loud noises. It shouldn't be a big deal, but it's starting to kind of get right in my ears. And yeah. Alright, so we did put the mixer up last time, and I think it's that one, right? So if we put it in the 2. Nice. Okay. So duralumin's gonna come out. No. Why are you? Stop. Don't. Whatever you're doing. Why did you make magnesium? Manganese, magnesium, copper, aluminum. Magnesium. Aluminum and magnesium. And that's a... Oh. Whoops. Okay. Well, that's fine actually, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna run this through the centrifuge. That should go super fast. Electrolyzer, really? All right, we're trying to get the electrolyzer. That's what we're doing this for. Electrolyzer here. All right, well, that's a little irritating, but not the worst thing in the world. So why aren't you... Oh, because I ate all the magnesium. Yeah, so you're distinct buses. You are too. Checked and everything. That's fine. Let's see, we want you and you. Yeah. Then we're going to put that right back up in here. Nice, okay. Why did you take 3 of that? Oh, come on now. What are you? Ronalium. Why? The 2, aluminum, magnesium, manganese. Lumen is aluminum, copper, manganese, magnesium, manganese. Okay. Is that what it was? It just saw it first. So let's I don't know how to fix that. You're 2. You're 2. In the mixer. HV. Well, as long as you're doing it, let's just let it go, and I will come back and figure that out later, because we wouldn't have time to smelt it anyways. So in between episodes, if I can figure that out, I will figure that out. Because what I really wanted to do was run over here. Got just a couple minutes left, and snag this nichrome over here. Sure, we got an achievement. Quest complete. And we're gonna run and put that in here. And remember that as we upgrade the tier, it needs to be tier 2, right? Nichrome. Well, as we upgrade the tier of these coils, what that means is that, yeah, we can do the rest of that. No problem. So 2x. All right. We did 4, right? 2, 3, 4. Nichrome wire. Okay, good. Man, that's frustrating. I don't know why that's not doing what it's supposed to do. It's probably one of those, like, you should see what you see, but you're not seeing it sorts of things. And then we need, let's see. We get 4 per, and we'll have 4 stacks, so we want 1 stack of this. That'll go in the bender here on a 1. Nice. Okay, and then the last thing we need to extract some more aluminium. That should be a stack, right? Yeah, 1 ingot per. So we'll get a stack of these, and it's not going to fill this whole thing up. Well, actually, wait, we have 4 stacks. Oh, actually, it's only going to be a half a stack. We'll just do a stack. Sorry, I'm trying to do the math in my head. If we put a stack of stainless steel in there and got a... we're only going to get 32 of these, which is not going to be enough to upgrade very many of these. But it's fine. We'll at least see what we can get. So, extractor, go. Yeah, not bad at all. And then this is not super hot, but at the same token, we'll go ahead and use our trusty friend, the fluid cell. This calcite can go. Pew. Oh, come on. So can it only take 1 at a time? Maybe we have to put just 1 in there at a time. Okay. Okay. Over. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the episode here. This is all prep work, but we did manage one big goal, which was to get magnesium. So this is kind of two parts. We wanted magnesium and then duralumin. We figured that out. And we will come back next time and make the electrolyzer. Put the electrolyzer right above the centrifuge. I think, although I may decide later that that's too high. Well, I'm kind of thinking that that's just too high. Because I don't really want to have to reach all the way up here. So maybe not. Maybe we'll only stick with too high. Anyhow, I appreciate you for hanging out. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flippity flop.